So yeah, let's get into it. Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
I'm from, well, I grew up poor and homeless in Kilcal, but I like to tell people I'm from Big Island because growing up homeless, we kind of move all over the place. My dad is a master carver, and we travel from Kauai High to Kona to Honoka'a. We lived in Puna growing up at Papua'a in Hilo. And so I grew up in Hilo, mostly in Keaukaha, but I lived everywhere on the island just due to being poor, being involved in the cultural um, events. I don't like to say events. I like to say, um, protocol or
Mhm.
ceremonies, but the cultural events. And um, yeah, so I'm from Big Island. Graduated from Waiakea High School. I grew up. I was one of the first classes to attend Kulakaiapuni o Keaukaha before they
Mhm.
turned into
Kaumeka Ka'el, where
Kaumeke
I went.
Ka'el. Yep,
Yeah.
with the same kumus.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. So we started over there and ended up in Navahi. There was like 5 people in my class, and my mom, she tells this story where
Mhm.
Mana was worried about having a girlfriend, and there was only 3 girls in his class, and
One of them
so
was your
what?
cousin.
Hey, 2 of them was my cousin, but not close cousin. So,
Actually.
but yeah, after that, my parents put me in KL High School, my first public school. I got into a little bit of trouble with my friends over there, trying to protect the school from drug abuse and drug use with
Mhm.
the other students. I left in senior year, went to Waiakea High School, where I'm a proud Waiakea graduate. To everybody in Waiakea, aloha. We got our 20-year anniversary coming up
Oh,
next year, and I
wow.
just saw that the people who had their anniversary this year, they all the 5 schools from Hilo. So if we can do that, I want to do that.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, after high school, I graduated 2005. Right after high school, my girlfriend at the time, she got pregnant, so I was gonna have a baby, and I decided that the best thing for me to do was to find a career. I joined the Marines
Mhm.
in December 14th, 2005. I went straight to boot camp, came back home for my baby being born, and probably from the moment I joined, it was just prepare for war, get ready for war. And that was my workup and experience right after high school. Um, but yeah, that's basically
Mhm.
the schools that I went to. Grew up in Hilo, and then joined the Marines right after high school.
Okay. When you were growing up poor, did you know you were poor?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You get told every day by people in your
Like
class,
teasing you kind.
teasing you,
Yeah.
kind. Look at your backpack, look at your
Mm.
clothes. You get the same shirt as last year.
Mm.
Um, the good part was most of my class was poor,
Mm.
and we all kind of got talked down to like that. And it's not that we got talked to, and that's the good part. But the part was I got to share in the pain, and
Mhm.
so I wasn't just suffering by myself. I was suffering with my community. We got told stuff like we cannot read, we're poor,
Mhm.
we're homeless. Most of the kids in my class was like that, so I didn't really take it too personal because I look around and I go, yeah, but that's all of us.
Mhm.
It's only later on when I went to public school in 10th grade did I understand where people picked on you because,
Mhm.
maybe, my money. And I never understood that part, because I had the biggest smile on my
Mhm.
face.
Mhm.
So maybe money wasn't the most important thing to happiness.
Yeah. True.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think we learn a lot of valuable lessons in the Hawaiian immersion schools,
Hmm.
not just with interacting with others, but just the disciplinary part of it.
Hmm.
Having to oli and go to the pico and like, respect our kupunas, respect the
Hmm.
elders, the teachers, and supposed to respect each other.
Yeah.
But they can't regulate us
Hey,
all the time.
battling with each other
Bull
is a thing we do, right?
and bullying was like kind of a real, but
Yeah.
to us it wasn't like I don't know. This is what I remember from my childhood. It wasn't like bullying. It was just like friends just
You got to
messing
deal with,
around.
yeah,
Like
right?
that's what I thought, where they make jokes like
Hmm.
about I don't know something you're
Hey,
wearing,
you
about what
so
you
skinny,
did,
you swallow
about
marble, you look pregnant, right? Stuff
or
like that,
stuff like
yeah?
that. Even like I would. It's funny because when I was in Navahi, I would be seen as like the Japanese kid,
Hmm.
Whereas it's like I leave Hawaiian immersion, I go to anywhere else, and I'm the Hawaiian kid,
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
there's like
right?
levels to it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
My wife, she's Japanese, she's half Japanese, and everywhere she goes, um, she's a Hawaiian girl, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of nuts. Because if you went to Navahi, I'd call you the Japanese girl.
Yeah, yeah,
But we're all Hawaiian, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool
Yeah.
part,
I also remember Like, cause my mom would take me to Macy's all the time, and they got like good deals, like
Mm-hmm.
50% off,
For being
whatever.
Hawaiian.
No,
Oh.
we just go to Macy's to get clothes, like before school started, right?
Mhm.
You know, and then I remember one of my classmates specifically, he'd always be like, "Wow, Kamaka Diaz, he shops at Macy's, he's so
Oh,
rich."
rich. Yeah, you get
Like,
plenty of
what?
money. Yeah.
I was like, "Is that rich?"
Yeah. It's because of Japanese family, the discipline. Yeah. They get plenty of
Yeah,
money. They
yeah, I
own
remember
everything.
like
Yeah.
imagine going to like Punahou or like
Mm-hmm.
Iolani, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, I shop at Macy's." They're like, "Macy's?
Bro. Ala
What's
Moana. Yeah.
that?"
Macy's. We don't wear that kind
Yeah,
around here.
JC Penney's.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Punahou, one of my so Onizuka went to Punahou. I don't know if you guys know who Onizuka was, but he is one of my scientific inspirations from Kona over here as an astronaut. He died in the explosion of the space shuttle.
Wow.
But speaking of these schools, a couple of my favorite prominent people from Hawaii, Obama, even though
Yeah.
I never voted for Obama, big fan. Why? Because he's the president and he's from Hawaii. But that's about it. But he went to Punahou, and then Ili Malay went to Punahou. I got to
Manti Te'o.
Yep, Manti Te'o. All of these amazing people from Hawaii, and Hawaiians too. Hawaiians at Punahou, and my cousin actually graduated from Punahou from Maui. So I actually kind of enjoy that school.
Okay.
Speaking of Punahou,
Awesome.
sidetrack. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into your military career, because that's an interesting topic when we talk about culture, being Hawaiian, being American. When this maybe by the time this comes out, like a couple weeks away from when the elections just came out, and there's people here in Hawaii that believe we're American. It's like, why would you vote? But voting, you have your civic duty to vote and all this. We have these rights that we do get from being American.
Yep.
And I probably can relate a little to you because I served in the Peace Corps.
In the Corps, yes.
In the Corps, we both were in the Corps.
Brothers in the Corps, right?
Mine was a little bit more peaceful, less guns and bombs, probably.
Other than the combat, I'd say that we're kind of the same, right? We go across the nation, talk to people, try help figure things out. But yeah.